Please, for the sake of you and your loved ones, take the next few minutes very seriously. Did you ever think 2 jumbo jets would take out the Twin Towers in New York by terrorists? And yet it did happen. Society would shut down if our power grids were destroyed through EMPs. Please ask us personally for more information on how you can be a part of the solution, part of planning and preparing, and how you can hedge your family and keep them their safest in the event of an EMP disaster through terrorism or a natural event. Thank you, and have a good day.
Directed energy weapons like lasers and acoustic devices are effective because they focus all their energy onto a single spot.
H-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
So just imagine how much more terrifying that would be if that energy could be spread across an entire continent.
1, 0.
America's nuclear test program produced the most fearsome weapons of mass destruction the world had ever seen. Generating heat and blast on a scale never imagined before, mankind suddenly had the power to destroy entire cities. This terrifying spectacle was so overwhelming that one side effect of these tests was almost overlooked: the electromagnetic pulse.
When we first tested nuclear weapons before Hiroshima, we tested some in the Pacific, about maybe 1,000 miles from Hawaii. But the electromagnetic energy that generated carried all the way to Hawaii and actually blew out electric street lights and red and green signal lights in Hawaii.
They had discovered EMP, an invisible pulse from a nuclear blast that completely and permanently destroys electronic equipment over massive distances. The military quickly realized how vulnerable it was and took steps to protect itself.
During the Cold War, we were very concerned about EMP because of the byproducts of a nuclear attack. And I mean a tactical nuclear attack on the battlefield. We went to great lengths to harden ourselves against EMP. Since the Cold War, that's not such a big criteria.
When the Cold War ended, the threat of nuclear attack disappeared and EMP ceased to be a concern. We surrounded ourselves with even more sophisticated technology, and gradually we became increasingly dependent on the systems we created. Transport, finance, electricity, communications, everything relies on a hidden network of millions of microchips, each one silently working for us. Like it or not, today there's no going back. In August 2003, when the power shut off along the east coast of America and Canada, unprecedented chaos broke out.
It'll be okay, honey. It'll be all right.
Major cities like New York were brought to a standstill. Thousands were trapped in subway tunnels, while road traffic became instantly gridlocked. But things could have been much worse. Vehicles may have been at a standstill, but at least they worked. Mobile phones and police radios weren't affected. Once the power came back on, things quickly returned to normal. An EMP attack would make these events almost seem trivial. The technology already exists to build a weapon that could bring a country like the United States to its knees. A weapon so powerful, it could completely obliterate an entire infrastructure. It doesn't produce a mushroom cloud or nuclear fallout, but this device plays a vital role in preparing America's defense force against the unthinkable. But the modern military relies heavily on ultra-high-tech systems. Is it really ready for an EMP attack?
EMP would be very dangerous to the U.S. Armed Forces.
General Wayne Downing was in charge of the U.S. Special Operations Command.
Because we are a highly technological force, we use sophisticated electronic gear. You know, you've got sensors, you've got communications devices, you've got computers. The battlefield is the ultimate system.
And if today's military hardware was suddenly wiped out, our only short-term line of defense would be to go back to basics.
Which means we'd have to dust off our lensatic compasses on our maps. And that's why when we train today, you still got to train under conditions without your technology. EMP could cause us a lot of heartache.